Welcome back to Joyfully Married After Podcast.
Check. Microphone.
Your mic sounds nice. We like to sing. Sorry.
What you got? What you apologize for?
I take it back.
We apologize.
I take it back.
If you like to sing, you like to sing. That's your thing.
What y'all listening to right now? I'm into, am I going to date myself?
I don't know, baby.
I'm really listening to what's it called? Ed Sheeran's Collaborations.
Collaboration number 6.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yep. It's a good joint.
I heard Sade's coming out with a new one.
Sadie.
Don't do her like that. That's disrespectful.
Okay, I'm sorry. Sadie.
I ain't feeling it.
Sade's an all-timer.
All right, Heath.
She's an all-timer.
You ready?
Was born ready. I'm not ready. All right, let me remember what I was going to say. Hang on 1 second. Are you bringing baggage into your relationship? This is the Joyfully Married After Podcast, episode 51.
Very good.
Hey, baby, top of mind for us today.
Checked baggage.
And context.
Check your baggage.
What is the context of the baggage that you're bringing into the relationship that you have entered upon?
Because everybody has some.
Everybody has a paradigm. So today we're going to be talking about what's top of mind. And then we will know in time the baggage that has been checked for yours and mine.
Okay. Poetic. Who knew there was a rapper in the house?
Then we're going to get into the question of the week.
What are they talking about this week?
Question of the week this week.
I think it's around not giving your boyfriend or your wife husband privileges.
Okay, we can get into that.
Okay, I like that.
We'll get into that.
I like that.
And then, of course, we're going to wind it up with doing it well.
Oh, yeah. Just because you don't know how to do something don't mean nothing.
Get some help with it.
I'm sure they would like to help you.
You have an engaged partner who is always about helping
I
you.
like it. I like it. So context in the form of your marriage. So there's different contexts. There's social, there's financial, there's around expectations and roles. But why does it even matter?
Two people marry more than each other. They marry a set of circumstances. Becoming aware of how their two worlds combine on a practical level is essential to making sure they don't collide on an emotional level.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, that was from Johnson and Edwards.
Right, so it's pretty important, huh?
That's important stuff right there, right? Because you're it's two people that you're merging,
right?
But you're also merging whatever their situation and circumstance was that they're bringing into the scenario. So it's more to it than meets the eye.
You mean the baggage they bringing?
You know, you gotta
the luggage.
You gotta have a little baggage.
It could be Louis Vuitton.
Claim check. Checking some baggage, please.
So around when you say baggage, you mean like socially? We mean socially.
Mm-hmm.
We mean financially, and we mean
faith.
Your faith. Okay, so socially is like what?
There are 4 aspects to the social piece.
Okay, name them.
Friends and family support.
Okay.
In-laws and relationships.
Okay.
Level of investment.
Okay.
And your faith community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's social connections to all of those.
All right. So the first one is friends and family. Ooh, child.
When I used to work
we only gonna talk about this one for a short period of time. We got in trouble last time.
When I used to work in Marriott, we used to have a friends and family discount.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. It was nice.
Hey,
Can
I'm going over here. Can you
Yeah. We can.
Their friends and family discount.
They used to wear us out with that, didn't they?
They helped a whole lot of people.
Jeez.
They helped a whole lot of people.
Yeah, and Marriott said, I'm doing that no more.
Did they change that?
Yeah, they changed it.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay, that's cool.
I think they changed it. I would have changed it as much as we used it. So friends and family, you really want to gauge the aspect of your relationship entangled with the friends and the family.
Right.
Is it good? Is it bad? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, not only you're merging two people together, but you're merging two families together, right? And so there's a certain dynamic that's connected to the family of each side. So, you know.
I mean, how
And the same thing with friends.
how much do you feel connected to their friends and family? Do you feel connected to their friends and family at all?
Yeah.
Right?
And each situation, each scenario is different.
Do they have your blessing? Their blessing? Do you have their blessing?
Yeah, you want the blessing if you can get it.
Or, it's important to and if you don't have if their friends don't like you, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a problem.
What was that show we watched? We might need to do a separate
What
scenario.
show? We watch all the little relationship shows, y'all. We might have to start talking about those. We love those shows.
Remember the one where they bring the family and the friends have never met the person?
Oh, that's on the OWN network where they till death do us part, or maybe get married, maybe what's it called? It's on the OWN network, y'all. I'm so sorry, we cannot remember the name of the show.
Yeah, they go to this house and then they bring the family and
awful.
friends.
It's so dramatic.
They're like, what do you think about this person?
I don't think you should marry them. I don't even know what, cause.
And then they go into this and that and what they don't like about
them. And they get
them,
counseling.
Their backgrounds.
And sometimes they decide to get married and sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. So we do like to watch that show. I forgot about that show, baby.
No, but it's been a minute.
So, yeah, the friends and the family and whether they have your blessing or not is part of your baggage.
Yeah. So,
they might have liked the girl that he or she had, the girl or the guy he had before.
And sometimes it's just a personality thing, right? It's like, do they jive with that? Does their personality type jive with the person that you picked? And are you friends? And are your friends friendly with them, or is it not? And some consternation around those things. So, it's just something to be aware of.
I think it's something you need to be aware of and something that you need to work through. I don't think it's a showstopper.
Absolutely.
Okay. What's the next thing within context? I think it's in-laws. Yeah, in-laws. In-law relationship. Mm-hmm. So this is more about support. Mm-hmm. Because you really need that support from their parents, their guardians, or whomever they consider your in-laws.
Yeah. Very
you
important.
really need you need help in encouragement.
Right.
And you need help in sometimes financially, sometimes just emotionally you need help from them. Mm-hmm. But some way to get through some of this is encourage one another to stay positive about the situation. Yeah. No matter what it is.
Right. And regardless, you want to set boundaries around all of that, right? And so it's important that a man is in tune with his parents, with his mom, with his dad, with whomever those people are.
Who he's close to.
Right. And so by the same token, once you get married, then you have to make sure that you're honoring the marriage, and the marriage becomes first after your relationship with God, and you make sure that, hey, you're setting some boundaries around mom, and she can't just roll in the crib and she got a key to the house and
I can't do that.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. So just being cognizant of what those boundaries are in the context of those relationships.
Yeah, I think one thing is helping them set the boundaries within the relationship. Don't get into my business with my significant other. Mm-hmm. I think another thing that can help you with the relationship with your in-laws and around the aspect of your relationship is to show them gratitude.
Absolutely.
Always say thank you for giving birth. Thank you for that advice. Thank you for that new gift. Thank you for whatever. Always show gratitude towards them, whether they like you or not. Mm-hmm. It's just going to help kind of ease everything.
Absolutely.
If you show gratitude. Now go back to the first one I said. Stay positive.
PMA.
Don't be out here like Pookie and them.
Positive mental attitude.
Fighting at the family cookout. Right. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to stay positive around all those situations.
Yeah. Because even if it's not the best relationship, you want to keep it positive and keep it cordial.
Yeah. The next thing we wanted to talk about was investment. When we say investment in your partner's social world, we mean what things does your partner like to do that you should try to do with them, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's, I don't know, let's just give an example, like maybe playing golf, or maybe there's a certain sport, if they like smoking cigars. I know somebody likes to smoke cigars, so it's kind of hard to find somebody if you don't smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Or if you like cigar, it's just certain things that your partner does. You should show interest. Mm-hmm. You should invest in that social aspect of your relationship. Turn it into something.
Absolutely.
Turn it into something that, like with Heath and I think it was baseball or football? It was sports.
It was baseball initially.
I knew nothing about
baseball and football. We had a connection with, right? And so one of the things that I always enjoyed about the early days of our relationship was that you would watch football with me. It's like she knows about football. It's like, wow, this is pretty cool. But she didn't know anything about baseball.
No, I didn't.
But you took enough. You liked me enough. Right. To where you showed interest in learning about the sport, and I, of course, took great pleasure in teaching you all of the nuances of the game.
And what you have to remember, if you're that person teaching or showing that other person, is understand they may be a little intimidated. Mm-hmm. They may be a little shy about learning something new or, trying something new. So keep that in mind. Don't belittle them. Mm-hmm. Don't say, you don't know nothing. Don't do that. If you want to envelop them and help them invest socially in you, just as you should in them, right. Be kind about it. Uplift them, edify them around. Hey, I appreciate you learn how to do it. Let's make it fun. Yeah. And then don't drag it. Don't beat it into the ground. Right. Give them a break sometimes, But I think it's very important to find that thing you can connect with them on and connect with them on it. Yeah. I think that's very important within the relationships. What about faith, baby?
Yeah, faith is important. I think that, you want to have some background around if you have similar religious backgrounds or you worship the same way or you're going to the same church, those kinds of things. I think those kinds of things are important, certainly to think through and to talk through.
What if you don't?
If you don't, you have to have some communication and common ground around how you want to approach things, right? Hey, you're of this faith and I'm of this faith. All right, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for our children? How are you thinking about that? Do we want to have some conversations around one of us converting, or we want to keep it separate, but we're going to rear the children this way? So there are lots of ways to approach it as long as you're being mature and having some amicable conversations about it. I think that's really what's important.
Yeah, I think exploration needs to happen around the faith. I think you need to explore their faith, and they need to explore yours.
And hopefully they have some faith.
Yeah, I mean...
Because there could be a difference there as well.
But right? I'm just saying, it's about being open
to
one another's ideas around faith. I think that's what's most important.
Yes.
And I think the other thing that's important around that is coming to an agreement of how we're going to deal with this moving forward. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think about when I think about the faith.
Yeah.
So the next few aspects are around money and child. The money baggage is real.
Money.
Can we say that?
Got to get my hands on some.
Yeah, we like to sing. I know.
Okay, go ahead.
So you've got money styles. You got a spender and you got a saver.
Yep. Spender in the building. And
then some people got budget skills. Some people don't.
Financial fears.
Some people are they have fears around.
No debt.
Or they have, I'll get another credit card. And I got them. I got all the credit cards.
Right.
So it's important to have those discussions.
Got to talk through this stuff.
Go ahead and say that quote, baby.
Yeah. So according to the survey of American Institute of CPAs, more than 27% of people who are married or living with a partner cited money as the topic most likely to cause an argument. That makes it the most volatile topic for couples. Far more sensitive than children, careers, or friends. Things that make you go.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with fear, right? And so fear around debt, fear around communication, fear around activity of the spouse who may be a spender,
or saver,
who may be too much of a saver, who may be
you can tell who the spender and the saver is here.
Sometimes
he said too much of a saver, y'all.
Well,
is there such a thing as too much of a saver?
Well, I was dovetailing that into being too much of a tither. How about that one?
Ooh.
That was something that my parents used to have conversations about because my mom was such a woman of God.
She was about
and
it.
She was all about the tithing, and of course she would do things over and above. And my father had a different paradigm and was like, "What are we doing?"
Right.
But there was a lot of blessing that went through the house, and probably because of all those things. But that's another conversation.
Yeah, and then you have the whole idea around a cheapskate or a tightwad, or
got your fist closed. Nope, can't have no money. Nope, we got a budget. Nope.
Yeah, That needs to be discussed.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to be explored. That needs to be laid out on the table. If you are a spender, you need to let them know so y'all can figure out how we gonna spend money. And if you are a saver, it needs to be known. And it's something that you're gonna butt heads about every now and then, but you have to figure out how to do it. And in our marriage, we figured it out. It's just he'll say, baby, can I? And I'll be like, yeah. Or I'll be like, no, or next week, or next month, or when you get that, or when you get. That's how we work it. I don't ever tell him no. I can't tell him no. It's his money.
There was a Susie Orman quote that I used to love. When we used to watch her, she used to say, people first, then money,
then things.
And so what I love about that is that you have to understand one another, and you have to have communication with one another. And it has to be about the people that are engaged in the marriage, in the relationship, right? And so understand who you're married to. Understand who you're in the relationship with. What are their habits? What is their baggage? What is their context around money and how their relationship is with it? And what is yours? And then you talk through coming to some kind of agreement about how you want to approach things. I think if you do those things, then that's really going to help you guys navigate your relationship in its entirety. Right.
Very good, baby. I like that expression.
Thank you, baby.
The next one is budget skills, y'all.
Skills?
Budget skills?
Who got skills?
I think this is important.
Yep.
Because if you both come into the relationship with not having any skills, you need to get some help.
Right. Yeah. You got to get some. You got to do some work around understanding what budgets are, what spreadsheets are, the inflows and the outflows as it relates to the money. Maybe you need to get a computer program. Maybe you need to go to YouTube University and figure out how to do some budgetary things. So all kinds of ways that you can approach it, but make sure that you're on the same page around the understanding and the concept of what budget skills are. So if one person doesn't have it and the other person doesn't have it, then somebody got to get it.
Somebody has to get some budget skills. Or you need to pay somebody to handle the budget.
Yep.
Because it's very important, no matter how much money you have. If you don't have any money, you need a budget. And if you have money, you need a budget. And we don't mean a restrictive budget. We just mean knowing where your money is going. That's all a budget is knowing telling your money where to go. I think that's who was it, Dave Ramsey? Telling your money where to go, whether you have it or not. Telling your money where to go. You need to have budget skills. So you've got fears around that, maybe. Maybe you don't know how. Maybe you never learned. Maybe your parents never taught you. Maybe they didn't have any budget skills. That's beside the point.
Because you got to deal with you.
You have to deal with you. And when you talk about any kind of fears, right? So you got a lack of influence, a lack of security, a lack of respect, or I'm not going to realize my dreams. These are where the fears fall in. So lack of influence. I'm not going to have a say in what we do as a couple. So there's a fear there. Let's get over that hump. Let's talk about that, right? Early on, even if you're into a marriage 5-10 years and you never talked about it, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Lack of, loss of security, not having enough to live on. This is a big one for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a girl. I don't know why. But it's like, I just need to make sure I have enough.
Yeah, women are all about security.
Yeah.
So financial security is
I need some money for emergencies.
Absolutely. You got to have your emergency
I always have
fund.
to be able to have, I have this thing for having the pantry full. It's like, if the pantry isn't full, if it doesn't look a certain way, if the refrigerator doesn't look a certain way, I'm like,
You start feeling weird.
Yeah, I start feeling weird.
Like, we just ain't been to the store.
That's what he says.
We're gonna go to the store. It's fine.
But I don't know. It's just something. It's something about that.
That's your context, right? That's your baggage. That's your.
I grew up where the refrigerator was always full and the pantry was always full.
There you go. So you
so
have to
it's just
understand
something that I understand. Oh, we okay? We got some food. So maybe that's my thing. The other thing that people fear is lack of respect. You want to talk about that one, baby?
You just want to do anything you want to do. It's like, you're not receiving the respect from your partner because you don't have the communication about the situation or about the money or about the budget or whatever it is. And so if there's a dominant person, a dominant partner within the relationship, and you feel like you're getting the Heisman every time you start dealing with money or the budget, that's not cool, right? So it's not collaborative. is not communicative, and is not healthy for the relationship.
Yeah. I think another financial fear, and I really want to talk about this one, is not realizing dreams. And I think especially as people of color, we have a tendency to look at dreamers a certain way and not really support them or make them feel like, oh, you need to do certain things before you get my money to do whatever you gonna do with such and so, or whatever you want to start. You want to start a podcast.
Dreams are important.
You know, dreams are important. And it may not be now. It might be something in the future.
Right.
But this is another fear that creeps into relationships that people get out of whack with. They're like, look, you holding me back. So that moves to, we grew apart, or we couldn't agree, or he had this thing going on. I'm not down with all that because that makes me afraid.
Yeah.
We've known people to get divorced because one partner had this big dream and they were like, I'm doing this dream. I know I'm spending this money right here. I know you want to keep so-and-so in private school, but you know what? I really need to spend this money so that I can get this dream going. Because if we get this dream, this thing I got going, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
And then the other partner's like, you know what? You and your dream can keep it moving.
And that's part of the context, right? And so you have to understand what your mate is bringing into the relationship. Hey, I always dreamt of doing this. Hey, you know, my dream one day is to own this phenomenal daycare center, or whatever it is, right? And so if you have one spouse maybe that thinks about something in a certain way, you as the other spouse have to make sure that you're honoring that you're thinking about that you're helping them with that maybe you put a plan together with that, right? Even if it's just a small amount of the budget that you're saving. Hey, maybe doing some brainstorming around other ways where you can generate additional income on the side, or whatever it is, to begin to build the foundation for that dream to manifest. And so you have to make sure that you're understanding that you need to get out of the selfishness if you're thinking about just giving your spouse a Heisman because they're a big dreamer.
But what about if you're a dreamer?
Yeah, and if you're a dreamer, then you want to be able to see something happening toward your dream, right? You may not understand how to make it all manifest, or maybe your mate is better at some action items around moving things forward. And so that's where the collaboration and the communication comes in.
I think communication is important if you're the dreamer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you're the dreamer and you want to see your dream out, you have to be in constant communication with your partner around what you expect, how you expect to contribute to your dream. I mean, think about it, guys. Can you imagine the people that gave Tyler Perry the Heisman? It's like, really, that brother slept in his car. How many sisters were like, Joe, you sleeping in your car? It's because he had a vision. Right. He had a dream. And he had to sleep in his car for a minute to get there. Right. Now, I'm not sure I'd be in the car with him. I'd be the kind of chick like, look, we ain't sleeping in the car tonight. So it's just, you have to decide what type of supporter, what type of partner you're going to be. Yeah. Because I think supporting someone's dreams. And we have to be honest here. A lot of times it's the guys. It's the guys who are dreaming, and the women who are like, I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to get this job. Then I'm going to get this promotion. Then I'm going to kick out this baby. And they have that thing. Bam, bam, bam. You know, look at Cardi B. What's her line in the song I like? I dropped the... What's the line? I dropped the album. I dropped the baby. I dropped the album, dropped a baby, but I never dropped the ball. That's us. Right. That's us. I ain't surprised, you know. But for some reason, we get into this mode of go, 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 go. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get, and I got this plan, and I got this. What? You want a dream? Dreams lead to big things. Absolutely. Big things when they have support. So don't shock that. I did want to talk. Thank you for talking about that, baby. Absolutely. So the next thing is debt, y'all. Whew. I gotta take a deep breath on this one.
Well, they say there's good debt and bad debt, right?
Okay. See, and because I'm a saver, that's something that I have to massage a little bit. I've been listening to Robert Kiyosaki, shout out, a little bit more, to kind of soften me up. My husband's a little bit more entrepreneurial minded because that's who he grew up with. I didn't. Right. So it's, well, I shouldn't say that. I did. It was just very different for me. Sure. And that speaks to context. Right. What is my context around debt? Yep. I grew up pretty much in a world of no debt. You
stay away from it.
So I'm like, I give debt the Heisman. Yep. But I'm, through the years, I'm learning that you can use debt in a certain way.
Yes, that's possible.
Whew, I said it. I said it.
Yeah, so there's lots of things that you can do with debt. And so if you're making investments, if you're engaging in real estate, if you're doing other things, there are ways that you can use debt as an instrument to build wealth. But the point is that what is your relationship? What is your paradigm?
Right.
And what is the expectation around how you're going to deal with debt as a couple? And so you, again, have to talk through it. You have to work through it. You have to think about it. And then that's going to help with whatever baggage that you brought into it, so that you guys can get on the same page with it.
Yeah. Now, if you're using debt to, push a lifestyle, I'm just going to tell you right now, that's a problem.
Might be a problem.
If you're using debt to build wealth if you're using it for investment and you're getting something back every month from that debt, not a house, not a place to live. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an investment property you spent debt on, and now you're getting income from it. That's good debt.
Sure.
Louis Vuitton shoes is bad debt. Just so you know.
Unless you get them from like Poshmark for $20.
It's still bad debt. They're shoes. It's shoes, y'all.
Oh goodness.
Then the thing you want to do, we want to bring up, is you want to talk about money. You want to talk about, in my home growing up, money was.
Yep.
These are some conversation starters. When I think about our financial future, I think,
What you may not know about money and me is
that's a great conversation starter. The thing I appreciate about you in relationship to money is you can talk about things like that.
Yep.
When it comes to money, I'd like to improve my, understanding or access or whatever you want to call
education.
it. Yeah. And then you need to think about what's one specific action both of you can take right now to get that money house in order.
Right.
And just think of one, because really that's enough.
Yeah.
Just think of one that both of you agree on that you can say, hey, let's get this together. Okay?
It might be, hey, we need to get an accountant. It might be, hey, I need to take a budget class. It
Yep.
might be, hey, we need to get some accounting software. Whatever it is.
So just like you have love talks, have money talks.
Money talk.
So what's the next thing around context, baby? Expectation and roles. Oh.
Perhaps the biggest piece of baggage that a person brings into a marriage is their bundle of expectations.
Yeah, y'all.
Uncovering these expectations, especially the ones that are rarely articulated or even unconscious, is an instant insight for engaged couples.
Yeah, it's expectations. You can have expectations in your relationship and never, ever communicate about them. Heath and I have been married almost 30 years, and we still have not disagreement, but we still don't match up on expectations around things. What's some of them, Heath?
Every now and then you have some you're not on the same page in certain things. So it might be something like, if there's some yard work to be done, no, let's not use the yard work. Let's use fixing something around the house. So if the expectation that I have is that anything around the house that needs to be fixed, that's going to be me, and that's going to be my doing. If Tracy is not on the same page with that, it's like, what?
No, I'm going to tell y'all. It's both of us. Fixing things around the house, both of us. What about cooking meals, baby?
Oh, man. I mean, when I first got married, I was thinking, oh, yeah, she's going to cook all the time. That's your job.
Both of us gonna cook.
And now, every now and then I cook, but you still do the majority of the cooking.
What about decorating the house?
Decorating the house is you.
Okay, we agree on that one.
But I want to make sure that I have my input though.
No, what input for what?
I might be able to veto something if I'm not 100% with it.
You ain't be no.
Oh,
baby, that looks nice. That's all I ever get from you.
Every now and then, if I don't like it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
But most of the time, because our taste is so similar, and because I always have an appreciation for your skill level around interior design and decorating, then I'm usually good with everything you do.
Right.
But every now and then, I'm like, it doesn't happen much.
What about disciplining the children?
Yeah, because I am the even-tempered one.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
The one who is going to make sure that they have the talk, they're going to get the lecture. We're going to talk about what happened, what was wrong with that,
Mr. Passive
what
Aggressive.
was right with that, and then I'll enact whatever discipline I think is necessary.
So I like the tag team version.
Predicated on our conversation prior to that.
I like the tag team version, y'all. I think both of us should discipline.
Tracy likes good cop, bad cop.
I love good cop, bad. I shouldn't be telling my secrets, but my kids don't listen to the podcast.
Everybody has their approach, right? And so,
but see, we don't agree on that. See,
there you go.
And we've been married almost 30 years. Okay, so you should agree on things like what? Providing income, maybe. Mm-hmm. Baby, who provides the income?
Both of us.
What about who pays the bills and handles the finances?
You mostly.
I don't know why. Maybe because I'm the saver. Who puts gas in the car?
Me.
Hello.
Or one of the kids, if I give them the instruction.
Who handles the auto maintenance?
Me.
Okay. Who makes the bed?
Me.
No. No, both of us
both
make the bed. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we both make the bed.
Who cleans the house?
Both of us.
Both of us. These are the things. Who shops for the groceries?
Both of us.
So some things you need to be in agreement on. It's not if you agree on who does it or both of you doing it. It's if you agree on who does it.
Right.
So some things you really, really need to have a conversation around expectations. And just for fun, have the conversation whether you've been together 10, 20, 30 years and just see where you land. I love that little game.
It is.
I love that little game.
And it grows and evolves.
Does it?
It does.
I don't think it does.
It evolves some, baby.
Woo. And if you want to see more and hear more about what we're doing, check out heathandtracy.com. You'll find everything we do there. So what's next, babe?
The question of the week was really connected to one of our YouTube videos.
Ooh, you gonna read it?
So this was the YouTube video that was entitled, "Don't Give Your Boyfriend Husband Privileges or Give Your Girlfriend Wife Privileges."
Okay.
So somebody wrote in, they said, "Hey, Heath and Tracy, I've been in this relationship for 7 years, and she jokes and plays around with me."
No, with everyone.
She jokes and plays around with everyone but me.
But me?
The sex has stopped, but she still wants me to pay the bills as agreed. She tells me I never say anything right or barely do anything right.
Oh, no.
I told her that I did not want to live with her because I can hold my own financially, and she said that we can't be together, so I said okay.
Oh, no.
But I got to be honest, I am nothing getting anything from her. I want to marry this woman, especially since I'll never measure up.
No, he says, I don't want to marry this woman.
I don't want to marry this woman because I'll never measure up. I'm just a beta male provider.
Aww.
She says that she likes and loves sex, but we don't
ever have it. Ooh.
We were both 41 and too grown for this BS.
I know that's right.
And she never wants to go to church with me. But one day, I went to go express myself to her. Then she hits me.
With what the Bible says, but she don't go to church. Lord.
She never read the Bible.
With me or any other dude?
And I have begged her to read and go to church with me.
Oh, gosh. Ugh.
So he sounds frustrated. He's frustrated that the woman that he's really into he doesn't measure up.
Let's start at the beginning, baby.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't give a girlfriend wife privileges.
They've been together 7 years.
I don't care.
He's been dating her 7 years.
They're not married.
But they're not married.
He paying the bills?
It sounds like he's paying some bills that he's agreed to pay.
No.
For her.
Stop paying the bills.
We'll start there. Right? So if you back it up, right, at the end of the day, I think the reason that we did this video was really speaking to this context of the concept of
not giving people privileges to you, access to you, your heart, your finances, without a commitment.
Yeah, they haven't earned it yet.
They haven't earned it. She clearly hasn't earned it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not just talking about the sex. It's just the way it sounds like she treats him, the disrespect she has for him. Mm-hmm. And I just think it's interesting that he's hanging on here. And this is also a lesson for y'all. A dude gonna hang on no matter what if he really, really is into you. Right. But let's go back to answering his question. Mm-hmm. So what I think he should do is find himself. Mm-hmm. I think he should be into himself. Spend his money on him.
Mm-hmm.
Stop paying the bills.
Right.
And don't move out yet.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ready to do that, it sounds like.
Right.
But let's turn around and be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should be selfish because I think what she sees is weakness for some reason, and she's exploiting that.
Yeah. It sounds like he's a nice guy, right? And he's not.
Well, we don't know.
Well, I'm saying, listening to how he's describing the situation, how he's describing himself, and he used the term beta male.
I mean,
Beta male. What are you talking about?
It doesn't mean he's a nice guy.
I'm just telling you what I'm extrapolating from the note that he sent. He's saying that what she's saying, or what she's intimating, is that he's just a beta male provider, right? In other words, because he's not the hard charging type A dude, right? He's not leading and charging and demanding and doing his thing like some alpha male, then she doesn't respect him in that way. She just respects the fact that he's helping her pay some bills, and that's all that he's good for. And so it sounds like she's basically using him, and it's probably impacted his confidence to an extent.
That's what it sounds like.
Right? And so so what I want to say to him and people like him is that just because you're not some super hard charging, strong personality alpha male doesn't mean that you have to disrespect yourself
exactly
in this way. So to your point, get yourself together, do your thing, remove yourself from the situation, and when you begin to invest in yourself and spend time with yourself, one, it'll give him clarity. Two, he'll be able to see it a lot better. And three,
she will see
he won't have to put up with anybody like her anymore.
Well, I think she will see him differently.
She will, but that won't necessarily mean that he'll allow her to come into his good graces, because once he gets himself together and gains clarity about how he's approaching things, then he'll see that she doesn't have the ability to get him.
I see.
You can't get me because now I understand who I am. Now I understand what a catch I am.
Let's be clear.
So
you can't get me treating me like that.
Right.
There we go.
You get the Heisman.
That's what I'm saying. She might change. She might change for the better.
Right.
Because she'll see that, I'm losing a good thing here. I'm messing up.
Yep. There you go.
You know, she might see that. So I suggest you be selfish. I suggest you take away, whatever you're doing with the bills and all that stuff. Yeah. Say you split them with her, but you need to switch that up. You need to do what you want to do. You need to go and smoke a cigar with the boys and have a cocktail. You need to go and go to church, go with some other people and do some social things at church. Go to Bible study with some other people that want to do Bible. Do what you want to do.
Work on yourself.
Work on yourself. Don't worry about what she's doing and what she is not doing.
Amen.
As far as the sex is concerned, there's not too much you can do about that. Yeah. If she's not trying to give it up, you ain't married.
Move on.
You're not married. So I think you need to work on yourself. That's the first thing you need to do. And once that happens, you'll begin to see what you need to do. And it might involve her and it might not.
Move on.
Very good, baby.
That's it.
So doing it, and doing it well. I forget how that song. You know what? We're going to have to get that song. Well, we can't play the song. They're not going to let us play the song.
We can play a second of it.
Okay. All right. What is it? Oh, the sex thing you won't do because you can't do it well.
Well, doing it well. The whole point is that you do it well.
But I don't know how to do it well.
Well, let me help you.
Ooh.
Why don't we have an instructional session this evening?
Now, how much fun would that be?
Hey, now.
Ooh.
With your spouse or your significant other?
Yeah.
It's going down. It's going down. So that's what we're talking about, right? And so if you it's all about doing it well. And so if you're going to spend your life with this other person, then you want to do it well, right? It's not the biggest component of the relationship, but it certainly is an important component. Sex is an important component of a healthy relationship.
Oh, I think it's most definitely. A lot of people think intimacy, but there are other aspects of intimacy, but one of the aspects of intimacy is sex.
There you go. And you want to do it well.
And we have this segment on our podcast because we keep hearing these stories of married couples not having sex.
Not doing it well.
It's awful.
Doesn't compute.
I don't understand.
So what you need to do is you need to figure out how you want to do it well, right? If there's something that you like and your mate is okay with trying it, but they're just concerned because they don't do it well, that sounds to me like an opportunity for some fun instruction. Well, let me show you.
Yeah, try it on them, and if they say, okay, that's not working, say, okay, well, do it on me, and show me how you want it done. And showing them porn ain't gonna do it, because that's just watching somebody. You need to do it with each other. You need to touch and because we talked about that on another podcast. It's about how you make me feel.
Right.
Just mimicking porn.
Yep.
It's a no.
No. That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about doing it well with the person
that you're with.
Right.
Their body.
Yep.
Their spirit.
Their mind.
So
work on that, and it's going to be fun. So our advice is, if you don't do something well and you're willing to work on it, then by all means, practice makes perfect.
Ooh. So we talked about check baggage today in the context of your relationship, around friends and family, around finances, and around roles.
Yep.
We also talked about the question of the week around not giving someone privileges of a spouse that is not your spouse.
And we talked about doing it well. Hey, if it's something that you don't know how to do, then I bet your spouse will be thrilled to help you learn. Well, we appreciate you listening, guys. Thanks so much. And remember, stay connected. Stay connected to God, stay connected to your family, and stay connected to your spouse.
Or your significant other.
We love you. Bye.